Hey everyone, this is Stefano from Sonic Cinema, and today I'm really happy to walk you through the newly released Contemporary Violin. It's a new grey library by Sonic Cinema, and it features violinist Max Baillie, who played on tons of blockbuster films. He's an amazing player. The library has a fantastic legato, lots of unique articulations, and incredible textures, so let's explore it together. So the first patch we're going to look at is the expressive legato. It's one of my favorite patches of the library because I love to write melodies, and this is such a pleasure to play. Really nice. The next one is the dark sustain. So really like to write these kind of things with a sustain, especially with a solo instrument where you can hear both notes equally well. So bichords are great. The next one is aggressive shorts, and the name says it all. And I think this is like a good patch to look at the microphone positions. So you click on the mic here and you can see the proximity. So you move the slider up and down and that changes you from close to far. But to see the differences, we're gonna put them all together and solo the close one. Then we got the stereo. Then we have the mid one. Which I really like, the mid one. And then far. And as you can tell, you can get the really close, intimate sound with the close one, like in your face sound, and then gradually moves farther and farther. I tend to use a mix of all of them, really. I really like the mid one, so I tend to push that a bit more and have a bit of close one for the detail. Okay, so next one is the Gypsy Pizzicato. And it's nice pizzicato with nice tone. Then we have Irregular Ricochet. And it's really interesting articulations, and if you listen to some demos I made, I actually often use this in the background as in a rhythmic way. So it's great to have some sustained rhythm. And yeah, I think it's really nice. Then the next one is the Twisted Tremolo. Sounds great. And tremolo is always one of the articulation that can be useful in lots of ways. Something is about to happen. So yeah, definitely useful. The Col Legno. think that was sort of similar to the opening of Mars from Gustav Holst. It starts with a Col Legno articulation, and it's really nice. Basically, you have the bow and it's like flipped upside down, and you hit it with a Legno, with a wood. The next one is the Arpeggio Crossing, which is really, really nice. One of my favorite. And so let's start from the bottom. As you can tell, it's the same arpeggio in a way, but it changes the first note. And so you got major here and minor here, and plus each octave is a variation of it, and you can mix and match. You can do and so on, so on. And I think it's great to have so many variations, because if you sort of use it as a loop in the background, after a while it can get repetitive. But with this many variations, you can do a lot to make it interesting. And okay, so the next one is the verb sustains, and the name says it all. It's very aggressive, very harsh sound. And actually, I think this is a good patch to showcase another feature of the library. If you go on FX, you can see here there's reverb. So the library comes with a ton of reverbs. And I'm a reverb junkie, I got so many, but I actually tend to use these ones because I think they sound really good and with just a click away. So we can use the Cathedral, which I use often. So you can hear in the background, and you can change the size, you can change the amount. It sounds great. And then if from Cathedral we could go to Legno Slash. I remember being nice. It's a nice, almost like a pad really after. I think it sounds fantastic, and with solo instruments, I just love to add lots and lots of reverb and a bit of delay, perhaps, because they can be quite dry, but with reverb, they sound just a lot more dramatic. So the next patch is the Circular Bowings. Again, one of my favorite patches in the library. Really, really like it. I think this is a good patch to showcase another feature of the library. You can see here the blur and gloss slider. So what blur does, it softens the sound. So we hear it again. And I mean, you don't have to have all the way up, but and the gloss one actually is the opposite. It brightens the sound, make it slightly also harsher. And yeah, so circular bowings, really intimate and raw and very Nordic sounding, which I love. And if you add a piano or something on top, it just sounds amazing. So next one is Harmonic Falls. Then we have Harmonic Wavers. And things like this, I mean, they can certainly have a lot of use with the effects on top, but they have some, especially with dissonance, something that could work well, I think, with horror things. So, you know, everything has news. And then Harmonic Glissandos. So this is like a really fun patch to play, and it's basically a recording of the player lifting a finger slightly on the string and sliding up and down without stopping the bow, and that's how the Harmonic Glissando happen. And it's impossible to replicate unless it's a specific patch like this one. And it plays in a loop, so you can go on and on. But, you know, because slides are really difficult to achieve otherwise with a sample library, you know, you can start and stop whenever you want. Seagull Screeches. Okay, this brings back memory from Cornwall with seagulls. Another one of my favorites, Decrescendo. Sounds really, really beautiful, really. And again, if you add some reverb, cathedral, for example. And you can also play like as a chord, or like one note after the other. And I think it's also that adds lots of interest in a chord. Maybe, you know, there you've already heard them somewhere else. Decrescendo. Sort of the same concept, but reverse. And last of the clean patches, the body taps. So this can actually be useful if you want some organic sounds. And I used them in a few demos actually, building up. Sounds like a talking drum from Black Panther. So these were the clean patches. There were 17 of them, but it doesn't end here because each one of them comes with two snapshots, the distance snapshot and the space snapshot, and they change dramatically the sound of the patch and are like instant inspiration, trust me. So we're gonna take a look at each one of them now, starting again from the expressive legato with the distance snapshot. That was stunning, I think. Really beautiful sound, can work on many things. And then we got the space one. So what I noticed is that space snapshot is perfect for longer notes, fewer notes, while the distant one, you can have more. So dark sustains with a distant snapshot. It's very aggressive, and you can see lots of reverb. Just a beautiful sound with a long tail. Then we have the dark sustain space. Next one is the aggressive shore with a distant snapshot. It's really nice. And aggressive short space. And it's quite metallic almost. And it sounds like, you know, really heavy as well, which is interesting. The next one is the Gypsy Pizzicato. And I think this one really adds so much character to it. Nowadays, we associate the pizzicato to something light-hearted, comedy, clumsy, but with this one, it can sound quite dramatic and serious. Nice. And Gypsy Pizzicato space. Very clear. Then we have the Irregular Ricochet with the distant snapshot. Really nice. Now if you play something on top, this is like great as a track starter. Again, instant inspiration for new pieces. And Irregular Ricochet space. Really nice as well. Twisted Tremolo, distant. Let's see. Very harsh, metallic, really like it. Twisted. Sounds incredible. And now with the space snapshot. Okay, this is... I love this. This could be probably my favorite patch of the library. Now picture a dialogue over a very intimate scene and touching scene where you don't want to go over the top or be too obvious. This could solve it. Love it. Twisted Tremolo space. Remember it. So, Col Legno distant. Okay, that was unexpected. Didn't expect to turn out really nice though. Col Legno space. Then we have the Arpeggio Crossing, distant. Before we started with minor, now let's start with major. Still one of my favorite patches. It's great. Then space. Let's change variation. You can hear the variations. Great articulation. So then we have the warped, sustain, distant. Strange because it can be, it sounds warped, but it can also be delicate at the same time, which I really love it. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you picture when you hear this thing. I can hear the opening of a film, like a scenery. Really inspiring sounds. Warped, sustain, space. I honestly love the sounds. I could go and play on for like hours, but it just sounds amazing. I love it. I don't know, like I'm a film composer, so I often tend to think about this as like, you know, where can I use it? And so yeah, I can find so many places for it, and it sounds original and contemporary, really nice. So we are at the circular bowings now, which is as you heard before, is one of my favorite patches of the library because it's very raw and intimate. So let's hear with the distant snapshot. Amazing textures. Just beautiful. And then the circular bowings space. Start at the bottom this time. Love this, and it's so remarkable that it's just a patch from a library of a violin. It sounds like a quartet almost. So as you can hear, these snapshots are incredibly useful because, you know, if you hear the normal patch, it sounds beautiful, but look at this. Like, to make this sound, I don't know how can achieve it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna use this really soon. So Harmonic Falls, distant. And Harmonic Falls, space. I love the detail in the sound. You can really hear the player there, and with the effects, sounds You can do lots of things with it. Then Harmonic Wavers. Really nice. And then Harmonic Wavers with a space snapshot. It's just really, really nice. Yeah. So Harmonic Glissandos, which we heard before. And then with the space snapshot. Then we have the Seagull Screeches, distant. Skip one, okay. And then with the space snapshot. And we are at the Crescendo, distant. Again, loved it before. Let's listen with the distant snapshot. Incredible. You can actually easily make really beautiful sounding things with this, easily. Well, I don't want to read myself, but I just really love these things. And I love crescendos, and this one with the reverb. Really, really like it. The crescendo, distant. And then with the space snapshot. Yeah, as you can hear the difference quite well. And last but not least, body taps. And this is a surprise space. The Wizards at Sonic Cinema did it, but this sounds like a timpani to me. Okay, I think we covered all of them. That's all from me for today. I think the Contemporary Violin is such an incredible library. It offers so much content and variety with lots of incredible articulations and textures, and a stellar legato which is a pleasure to play. On a side note, it plays fantastically well with the contemporary cello, so if you have that already, it could be a great addition to your arsenal. And who knows, maybe in the future they're gonna be a quartet. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.